RUNE astrology forecast for April through June 2024. These are THORChain predictions. Well, good morning, good evening, crypto astronauts, depending on where you're tuning in from in this beautiful world, and welcome back to the RUNE and THORChain paradise. But this is not financial advice, I have to make that clear. Nor is this investment advice. This content is intended only for entertainment and educational purposes. All right, so I got some requests to do a RUNE video. So here you go. All of you RUNE lovers, THORChain users, we're gonna talk about this amazing technology here, this amazing cross-chain messaging, they call it, where you can swap, borrow, and earn with native assets powered by RUNE. Cross-chain infrastructure, cross-chain exchange. It's really incredible. All right, so you can swap, you can earn, you can borrow. Let's take a look. I have used this. It's pretty nice. They have had some crashes in the past before, I have to be honest. But overall, it looks like things are working well right now. You can swap different assets. You can swap native Bitcoin for native Ethereum. All right, and without doing the wrapped, and you can also do USDC. And then they have all of these ETH coins on the Ethereum chain. Avalanche they have, BNB. Pretty amazing technology here, guys. And then you can swap, and then you can earn. All right, so you can deposit your Bitcoin. You can earn a return here. Looks like there's a pretty good return on USDC right now. Wow, that's actually pretty attractive. Not bad. And then this is very, very interesting. Let me know in the comments who has tried this borrowing program. This is very interesting. Apparently you can use your Ethereum or your Bitcoin as collateral. You can put it up on here. And then you can borrow crypto off of it. You can borrow USDC or maybe any of these coins. Very interesting. Looks like it's still in the beta testing here. The minimum low term is 30 days, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, this is very interesting. I'm probably going to play around with this fairly soon. But definitely, so you can connect your wallet here. Definitely let me know in the comments who has tried this out and what you think about it. Do you recommend it? Very, very cool. All right, now let's go to the RUNE chart here. So RUNE is the coin on the THORChain platform. And this is what we are seeing right now. Now, we did see a big dump here. Gotta be honest. Let's see what we're working with here. We just dumped in the last week, 62%. Alrighty then. Not too bad. That's a nice dump there. If you're looking for dumps, this is a good place. All right. Don't mean to smack talk RUNE, but there's a lot of volatility here. Doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing because the upside is pretty high as well. If you're willing to stomach the volatility, we got a lot of upside. So now I want to look at in the history what happened back in the last bull run. If we look here, early on in the bull run, back in 2020, we did see a big dump. I think of similar length here. This was a 72% dump. All right, this was even more than what we're seeing right now. And then what happened? We saw the price action just kind of go up and down here. Nice little washing machine here, up and down, up and down, up and down. And before we headed back up. Now, how long were we in this range here? And so I took a 50% Fibonacci from the peak all the way to the bottom, and it creates this green line here for the 50% level. And how long did we stay below that level? Well, we got below it here, and then we stayed below it for 7 weeks there. All right, so remember that. 7 weeks we stayed below the 50% level. Before we started heading up, we started stair-stepping upwards, creating higher lows, higher low, higher low, higher low, and then we continued upwards with a lot of bullish momentum for many more weeks. And then that was the end of the bull market there. And then we got another, yeah, that was the end right there. Interesting though, in the bear market, we got a nice pump here. But then after that, it was just lights out. And I am an investor in RUNE since 2021. And so I held it all the way through this very depressing time. And unfortunately, this was so depressing and so long that I didn't even think about buying it. And that was my bad. I definitely missed out on this run up here, for sure. Who was smart enough to buy some in these mega lows down here? Who was smart enough to buy down here? Did anyone buy RUNE under $1? That would be impressive. Man, I wish I did. All right. But it's time to move on. Enough of the fantasies. Let's see where we're at. So I took a 50% Fibonacci from the peak down to the bottom of the market. And here's the 50% level right there. We have headed below the 50% level. So we are seeing bearish price action. And if we do what happened back in 2020, we could stay below here for 7 weeks. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but we could stay below the 50% level, which is at exactly $6.12, $6.10 about. We could stay below there until June 3rd. That's possible. Like I said, I'm not saying that's guaranteed. I also have this trend line here, so potentially we could stay below that. So are we going to see something like this, where we're bouncing off the 50% level before heading up? Or are we going to do it much faster? That is the question. All right. I also was looking at, could try another 50% level to this bottom here. Yeah, obviously still below that. Okay. So what do you guys think in the comments? Let me know. And in a moment, actually, let's go to the daily. Let's get a closer look. Let's peek closer at this price action. All right, so we dumped down quite a bit. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in even more here. Yeah, so we first got this dump here. We first dumped down here on April 13th. And we started heading back up, and then we got this second dump that probably some people probably got spooked and sold at the bottom. That's just kind of what happens in these markets. I did not sell yet, and we're heading up now, but very slowly, just like the rest of the crypto market. Let's take a look at how RUNE is doing compared to Bitcoin. And compared to one of the top altcoins, Solana, we can go to that. So I like to look at the Bitcoin pairs to just compare to Bitcoin, since Bitcoin is still the top dog in crypto. You know, how are the altcoins performing against Bitcoin? Because if they're not performing well, then we should just basically hold Bitcoin in the first place. All right, because otherwise it's not necessarily that worth it. However, it can be a good idea to, accumulate at the lows if you really feel strongly that this coin is going to continue to outperform Bitcoin. So we did head below this 50% level. Now that is definitely bearish in the short term. However, it's possible that in this range, perhaps it could be a bullish buy there. And this is not financial advice. I have not bought more. But perhaps it could be a good buy, and I'm open to that. Yeah, so if we think it's going to head up, if we think strongly that RUNE is going to come back out of here, then that could be a good buy. But that's up to you. That is your decision to make. I also like to look at, I'm very bullish on Solana, so actually that's just the Solana chart. Here's the RUNE one. Here is RUNE versus Solana. And I hate to say it, but RUNE is not doing so well against Solana. Solana is outperforming. Now, with that being said, could this be a good buy for RUNE? And the only reason it would be a good buy is if we think RUNE is about to shoot up like this. Do we think RUNE is going to pump even more than Solana? It's possible. I'm not saying that's not possible. Or in the worst case, is it going to continue to just go down? And that's definitely possible as well. It's tough to say. I'm assuming those who are watching this video are probably thinking we are going to go more of this way. Let me know in the comments. Since we're talking about RUNE today, there's probably a lot of RUNE fans coming in on this one. But we're definitely at a low point. RUNE is very weak compared to Solana right now. That's for sure. It's debatable if it's a good buy or not. And I welcome that debate in the comments below. Okay, now who would like to take a look at the RUNE Astrology? All right, because I have now taken the help from the help of one of my commenters in the comments who helped to find the Genesis block of RUNE. Now let's take a look here. Definitely like the video if you would like to see some epic astrology. Perhaps for the first time reading the RUNE Astrology. I don't know of any other astrologers who've talked about RUNE Astrology. Well, here we go, guys. Click the like button. We're diving into the RUNE Astrology today. Let's go. Okay, so we have the THORChain RUNE here. This is on the ERC20 Ethereum network here. And definitely I encourage people to double check this because in no way am I 100% sure that this is accurate. All right, this is like the first attempt I've done here on reading the RUNE Astrology. So what I've gotten is January 12th, 2021 for the Genesis block of RUNE that was on the Ethereum blockchain. And the location is Zug, Switzerland, I believe, because that's where THORChain, the company's registered address is. So definitely double check that if you would like to, if you feel called to. So if we take a look at this, we can then take a look at the astrology based on when it started on the Ethereum blockchain. However, it is now on the native THORChain. So I also found astrology for that as well. So we're also going to look at that. I actually found two different ones, and we'll have to look at all three to see if we can find some patterns that line up. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing today. We do get a bullish transit here, Saturn sextile the RUNE moon on April 27th. That's after the Bitcoin halving. We then get another positive transit here. That's hitting the RUNE sun with Uranus, which is very bullish for crypto. And that's a trine, very positive aspect on May 6th. That is looking very positive. Again, right after the Bitcoin halving, we get another positive transit to the RUNE sun here on April 24th. Could we be seeing a big pump for RUNE after the Bitcoin halving? And could this be part of an altcoin run heading into May? Very, very interesting. It's looking like it so far. Then we have this another very bullish transit on May 2nd. Okay. So this is looking very good. Okay. Here's where the negative comes in. We get a big negative on May 31st. And that lasts throughout the summer, heading all the way into August. That is bearish. All right. But, however, we also get this very positive transit on June 7th. That is very bullish as well. So very interesting. Are we going to get a dump or a pump? These could cancel out heading into June, because we get another positive transit here, another one on June 18th, another positive at the end of June. This is fairly positive at the end of June again. So that's what we got there for the most part for THORChain on the ERC20 Ethereum blockchain. So it's looking like we could be getting big pumps in May for RUNE and possibly heading into June if all goes well, if it can stay strong. Now let's look at the next one. Now this is what one of my commenters found is the Genesis block for RUNE. He believes is on July 18th, 2022 when it transferred from the Ethereum blockchain onto the native THORChain blockchain, okay? And definitely open for people to double checking that. So we want to be as accurate as possible here, because I don't have all the time in the world to be double checking, triple checking all of this information. But I think we might get a clear picture by the end of this video. All right, so let's see what we have here. Nothing significant is sticking out so far. A bit of a negative at the end of April. That's interesting. Then this is fairly positive May 5th. More positive May 8th. This is bearish, but then it could get canceled out by this, which is really bullish. So those could cancel out potentially. We're also getting this bullish transit here. Another bullish transit there. So overall, May is still looking good from this analysis. Another bullish transit in June. That's fairly bullish in June. Another bullish transit on July 7th. Very bullish transit on July 2nd. All right, I'm giving you guys bonus points looking into July. Like the video, I'm getting y'all more information than I said in the title, okay? And definitely subscribe if you're new here, for sure, because I'm going to be coming out with more RUNE videos, more Bitcoin astrology videos, more Ethereum astrology videos. That's what I do here on this channel. All right, I look at the Genesis block and I run a birth chart with astrology on that. Okay, so this is fairly similar to the previous one, astrology, that we just looked at. So that is good. We're still seeing bullish action heading into May. Now let's try the third one here. Let's double check this one. This is one that I personally found, is that I found RUNE to the Genesis block on the native THORChain blockchain to start on April 10th, 2021. Well, let's check this one. Let's see if we still have similarities. Bullish transit on April 19th. Nothing too crazy though. This is pretty good on April 20th. That's a minor positive. Definitely not negative. We do get a bit of a negative on May 4th. That's interesting. But then we get this positive on Jupiter trining the rune Pluto on May 11th. Not too much. Let's see. Let's look closer. Not too much more in May. This is fairly positive. We do get a negative Uranus squaring the rune Jupiter on June 16th on this one. But then we also get a positive on June 16th. And then more positive in July. Let me take a deeper look around when we're seeing the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction around April 20th. It also gets a bit of a negative there. But it could cancel out with this positive aspect on the same day, the 20th. Jupiter sextile the rune Neptune. Very interesting. All right, so this is a little bit less bullish perhaps, but perhaps the other two that are bullish in May could signal a pump in May. And could this actually head into June? It's possible. We do get a bit of this negative transit as well. I'm just trying to average out all three here. This one actually has us bullish in July as well. All right, so if we take the averages from what I said, and you can rewind and review those, is that we could see a bullish price action in May for Rune after the Bitcoin halving. All right, and then June, it could lead into June as well, but that's not guaranteed. It could be sideways in June. It's definitely possible. It also could be, I mean, now let's look at the chart. This is really important. Let's see how this lines up with technical analysis. I was saying we could have 7 more weeks here where we could be bouncing below here. It's possible. So, I mean, that's interesting. However, the astrology is saying that May we may be heading out of here. But maybe it still takes a bit. Maybe we're kind of following this trend line here, something like this, you know, before we head up later in the year. Could be something like that, guys. It's tough to predict. This is my first video on Rune. Give me a pat on the back for that. Give me a like on the video, and let me know in the comments if we get 60 likes on this video, I will come out with more Rune videos, okay? Don't know why I said 60, that just came to me intuitively. All right, so 60 likes on this video, and I will come out with more Rune videos. But even better, get 100 likes on this video, and I will guarantee I will come out with at least 2 more, potentially 3 more Rune videos. All right, coming at you in the upcoming months. Okay, now let's see what comments we have here in the chat box. Are May and June the most bullish months for crypto this year? On which date can we start expecting the bounce back this month? May, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Bitcoin looks to be volatile heading into May. We could even see a Bitcoin dump after the Bitcoin halving. I have to be honest about that. And, you know, that would probably dump altcoins a bit as well. However, multiple altcoins are looking very bullish in May. And, you know, we saw some bullish astrology here for Rune today in May. We also see extremely bullish astrology for May and June for Solana. And Solana is one of the strongest altcoins. So we could see a nice altcoin run in May, possibly heading into June. All right, so that is what I'm thinking for that one. For those who would like to dive deeper into astrology and learning the secrets about analyzing crypto with astrology, I am hosting a Maximize Your Profits Bali retreat for crypto strategy and mindset mastery happening September 7th through 14th, 2024. All right, there's my little face, the lovely face there in Bali. I've lived here for 4 years. Escape to the enchanting paradise island of Bali for a transformative crypto strategy and mindset mastery retreat. This is 7 days of pure bliss, surrounded by stunning natural beauty, delicious food, and a community of conscious, like-minded individuals eager to elevate their prosperity and lives with crypto. All right, we're going to be doing so many amazing things during these 7 days. It's going to be a holistic experience. We're going to be unlocking the secrets of the stars and the markets. We're going to be analyzing crypto with astrology. I'm going to teach you everything I know. I'm going to answer all your questions. We're also going to engage in guided breathwork, meditation, and sound healing sessions to expand our mind and nurture our body. All right, we're going to be really sharpening our mindset for crypto and beyond, and creating amazing lives, accomplishing our goals. Because what is the point of making a lot of wealth and prosperity with crypto if we're not even going to use it to benefit our lives and achieve our goals? All right, you're going to have the opportunity to connect with amazing fellow conscious investors and traders. Explore Bali's wonders. It's an incredible island here. There's majestic waterfalls, ancient temples that we're going to look at, with a rich culture of the local Balinese here. The people here are absolutely incredible. A lot to learn from the locals here. They have a lot of ancient wisdom. We're going to be setting powerful intentions and goals for crypto and for your life. And we're going to support you with accountability needed to turn your dreams into reality. All right, you have 13 more days to grab your early bird spot. After that, after the end of the month, April, prices are going up. All right, so definitely check out the video testimonials down here. We've got a lot of those. We have success stories and a bit more about Bali here. And then you're going to get these incredible bonuses, including the Bitcoin astrology for the entire year of 2024. Up-level your altcoin game. Get 3 exclusive group calls with me if you sign up this month and you secure your spot with a deposit. You're also going to get a one-on-one session with me, 60-minute session where I analyze your crypto strategy, and I also look at your natal astrology chart. All right, this is super, super high value. I'm literally over-delivering on this retreat with all these bonuses. You get the group calls, one-on-one session with me. And there's also 3-tiered payment option, okay? Tier 3 is the high end, Tier 2 is the regular price, and Tier 1 is the low income payment option. Only do the low income payment option if you are actually low income, okay? This is for individuals undergoing financial hardship with an annual salary below 60K, all right? I'm only doing this if people are gonna be honest, all right? So this is about being honest with where you're at financially. Tier 2 is the fair payment option. You can also check out the proof of that my Bitcoin predictions have been 90% accurate the last year and a half. Check out my credentials there and read the FAQ. All right, guys, all you got to do is sign up, put in your $150 to $197 deposit. You'll secure your early bird rate, and then all you got to do is make the monthly payments in the next few months. And if all goes well, crypto continues to go up, you'll easily be able to afford this retreat. It is at a very, very affordable price. It's going to completely change your life and help you create a life of abundance and wealth, all right, by actually profiting from your crypto profits. All right, so definitely check that out in the link below. Let's take a look at the rest of the comments. All right, let's go to the RUNE here. Thank you. Any other tokens which stand out astrologically for the bull run? Not necessarily. I'll have to look more into that. Do you believe that the left translated cycle narrative, meaning we all front ran the cycle and could top out this year into a 2-year bear? I don't. No, I don't believe that's happening. I think if the Fed the central banks owe so much money that I think the only way they can pay the debt that they owe off of all of the money that they printed and during the pandemic, they have to print more money to pay back those the interest on those loans. So I'm thinking there's going to be more money printing if all goes well, and we're going to be heading off into a nice 1.5-year bull market from here on out. If all goes well, it would be nice to see the altcoins total 3 and Astro charts for May. Is it possible? Also, do you take into account the Fed rates, geopolitical issues, and DXY? Yeah, it's very, very complicated. There's a lot to take in here. I mean, the Fed rates, even if they keep raising, there's actually a possibility they might raise rates, and that hasn't held back the crypto market so far. I have looked at the total 3 chart in many of my previous videos. Take a look at my past 5 videos or so. You can check that out. Now, the DXY is pumping, but hopefully if it starts to dump, when it starts to dump, we could get a nice run for crypto. All right, there's 2 interesting charts you should check. Of course, and also the total 3 over BTC. Both of them broke down. That's a red flag. Yeah, I mean, that is possible. I mean, we are also getting gold. Gold is very strong. It's dumping a little bit, but I mean, this is another red flag. There are a lot of red flags as well. That's very good to point out. And so we don't want to get too out of control here. It's very, very important to risk manage. So anything I'm buying right now, you know, with gold being just, because typically crypto does not do well if gold's hitting a new all-time high. So definitely a red flag there. We also don't have as much money printing as we've had in previous bull markets. And additionally, the Russell 2000 has still not hit an all-time high. And previously, the Russell 2000 has hit an all-time high every time crypto went into a bull run. So we need it to pump. And right now, the Russell 2000 is dumping. So there are a lot of red flags. And so for those who are more cautious investors, it would be a good idea, you know, to follow your strategy. And if this is not bullish setup enough for you, it could be a very good idea to have plenty of cash on hand. Now, me personally, I'm just, I have my stop losses in place, so everything will get stopped out if we do head down lower. All right, great comments, guys. Definitely stay tuned for more videos. Subscribe and share this with a friend. Like it, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.